Chapter 22, The Moment. Stephen was worrying his way down the stairs when suddenly he spotted Jenny's skateboard right in the middle of a step. He stepped over it. Well, that was easy. And just like that, his fears vanished. Not even the cloud of doom worried him. He quickly hurried the rest of the way down. He didn't want to be late. When he reached the second floor, he could see Louis below, wheeling the gong into place. "Louis!" he shouted, and then jumped down the final 8 steps. "Am I late?" "You're right on time," said the yard teacher. The gong was gigantic, almost twice as big as Stephen. He had never stood so close to it before. In the center was a small red dot. The iron mallet hung from a hook. The mallet was longer than his arm and thicker too. "Have you been doing your push-downs?" Louis asked. Stephen nodded. "I'm almost up to 2, he said confidently. Mr. Kidswatter stepped out of his office. He took one look at Stephen and asked, "Who are you?" "This is Stephen," said Louis. "You chose him to bang the gong today." "Him? Why would I choose him?" "Because you're the best principal ever," said Louis. "Well, yes, that's true," said Mr. Kidswatter. "I'll do my best, sir," said Stephen. "That's what worries me," said the principal. Louis handed Stephen 2 cotton balls. As Stephen was stuffing them in his ears, Louis unhooked the mallet. He held it out to Stephen. Stephen wobbled as he took the mallet with both hands. Louis helped him raise it to his shoulder. Mr. Kidswatter checked his watch and then started the countdown. 10, 9, 8. He had to shout the numbers so Stephen could hear him through the cotton balls. 7, 6. Stephen tightened his grip on the handle. 5, 4. Stephen groaned loudly as he slowly raised the iron mallet up off his shoulder. It was a good thing he'd been doing all those push-downs. 3. Stephen staggered but maintained his balance. 2. He concentrated on the red dot. 1. He swung with all his might and missed. He didn't just miss the red dot. He missed the gong. Louis jumped out of the way as the weight of the mallet pulled Stephen around in a circle. The second time around, the mallet banged into the gong right on the dot. Gong! Gong! Despite the cotton balls, the sound echoed inside Stephen's skull and rattled his bones. Nan, nan, nan. It traveled up the stairs all the way to the 30th floor. Nang! "He did it!" shouted Mac. "Yay, Stephen!" yelled Jenny. Everyone in Mrs. Jewell's class whooped and hollered. Louis kept Stephen from falling over and took the mallet from him. He hooked it to the frame, and then he and Stephen wheeled the gong into the principal's office. Mr. Kidswatter was already there, standing by the door. The principal held out his big hand and said, "Well done, Stephen." In the history of Wayside School, Stephen was the only kid to ever shake Mr. Kidswatter's hand. In the future, whenever Stephen feels worried or frustrated or just plain sad, his mind will take him back to the moment the mallet struck the gong. He will close his eyes and see the red dot. His hands will feel the weight of the iron mallet. He will hear the sound of the gong bouncing back and forth between his ears and will feel the vibrations in his bones. And he will smile.